I'm back with another video on Ron Brown's YouTube channel. We cover a lot of drone gear, and drone related accessories. Today's a little bit different video. We're going to cover DJI, which is a lot of people's favorite drone company. But it was a great year for DJI too. They released a lot of great products. I mean, especially drones. They came out with the Mini 3 Pro earlier in the year. They followed up later in the year with just the plain Mini 3. We saw the new DJI Avata FPV drone, kind of a sit and whoop style drone, debuted in the summer, very, very popular with people looking to get an FPV. And the Mini 3 was very popular with people looking to upgrade from their older Mini 2s, which were starting to show their age a little bit. And also the follow-up to the Mavic 3 that from the end of 2021, we got the Mavic 3 Classic, basically the same drone without the tele zoom lens on it, whatever, at a reduced cost. So I mean, they said a lot of great drone releases out there this year from DJI. But again, they released some other very good products that can help people out if you're a YouTube content creator or just, a content creator in general. So with no further ado, let's get into the video and show you those mystery items I'm talking about. Roll the clip. Roll there that we're going to have some DJI items here that weren't necessarily drones. So again, these are two of my favorite, kind of accessories I bought this year. And I know I say that about everything, but I mean, I think I do mean it here. The first up, this came out in, actually, I think this was released in actually the end of 2021, but it really wasn't readily available to purchase until about the spring of this year. I mean, before that you had to, just get lucky and order it when they had it in stock, or it was almost like winning the lottery to get one of these things unless you were some big channel and you got it sent to you. So around about the spring of 2022, this became more available on DJI's website and even available at other places like your Amazon.com. And this is the DJI mic. It comes in this little handy bag here. And just before I get started here, just recently, again, just in the past week or two, DJI's released a single version of this mic output. This is the dual microphone system that was originally released here. And I'm going to get you the pricing here before the video's over here. So, okay, you have this nice little carrying bag, and I'm going to put the other mystery on the side here. So here is the microphone, and we're going to get into that in a second here. And but we're going to get all the accessories out of the bag here first. So it's the bag that's got like a compartment, if you can see that in the video. So the one compartment we house the mic and the casing, and this is your accessories. So let's get everything out here that it comes with. Okay, it's not a whole lot it comes with here now. We'll get to these right away. Here is your mic adapter. I forget what you call these. Your typical standard audio jack here that you see on many devices. It probably is a technical name, but I don't remember it here. But your standard microphone or headphone jack you see on a lot of type of devices here. And what this would do is let me open this up real fast here. And I might as well, I think I did this in the wrong order here. We're not going to reshoot the video over. Let's do the mics and do the accessories last year, since I could show them in action here. Okay, so here's the case that the mic system comes in, and you get two mics on either side here and here, and then you have your receiver, that you attach to your camera. I'm going to put it back here in a second because I want to show you some stuff here. Of course, these four lights indicate that the case is fully charged, and it has a USB-C port in the back where you charge the case up. And I don't know the exact, I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me here with the exact number times and charging, but this, if you charge this up full, you get multiple uses out of this system before it needs charging again. When I say multiple, I don't mean two. I mean like you can use it like 5-6 times before you need to recharge the case again. And I'm saying 5 or 6 times. I don't run it down completely any of those times. I just use whatever I need to use the film. But I've never run it down to where any of these components have died. But I don't usually shoot long form video So I go multiple shoots before I see, them getting low enough that they need to be recharged and the case can't recharge them again. So again, what happens is if this device, say this mic, this green, indicating here that it's fully charged, when you put it back in the case again, it will recharge it. And of course, it will drain power from the case. The case is like a battery back here, and eventually this will go down to 3 lights, 2 lights, 1 light, and then no lights, and the case no longer is charging devices. So the devices would go down to where they would get red over here instead of green. Then the case would charge them more, and you cannot use them. But you could actually plug a USB-C right into the side here. It's see the showing the USB symbol there. I hope you can see that thing. So you could charge these just with a USB-C cable directly, would not need the case. So if you wanted to take these components with you and leave the case at home for weight or travel light or whatever, you could do that. So yeah. So let's go around the little microphone system here. Up here is like a audio output. So if you had a lavalier mic or any type of mic, standard mic jack would fit in there. So you could clip this to your some place where people couldn't see inside of a shirt, belt or whatever, and then run the lavalier discreetly up to the collar of your shirt and so on. So yeah, it's a nice feature. Now, that's blinking there. I think I may have tapped the button there maybe to start recording. The nice thing, I'm going to go around at the beginning here. So you can turn, you got an on-off button over here. You have, let's see what's on the side here. You have the link button. It comes out of the case all linked up. So if you never unlink it, you're probably never going to need to link it again. But if it is unlinked for any reason, you have the ability to link it here. And you have this record button here. So what that means is you can record directly to this little microphone here. It has a certain amount of 8 gigs of RAM in it. I'm spitballing here. It's something like 8 gigs of RAM in it to memory in it to record. And then you can actually plug this directly into your computer by the USB-C and move the files over, one by one from the mic here to the computer, and never even, evolve this part in the, in the deal. Or you can also, this is your, your transmitter here, or I shouldn't say receiver. You plug this into the USB-C on your device, such as your phone, GoPro, DJI Action 3 devices like that, or even into any other camera has a USB-C, and this will receive the audio from this device here. But you can do that and also hit record internally in here. So if you would have any fail, like it wouldn't record back to your camera, right? The camera, something was wrong with the audio settings, and you weren't actually recording any audio to the device, the camera, you still would have a backup audio recording on the actual mic itself here. And I don't know why that's not on. It was on in the case here. So let's hit. This has a on button, a USB-C. Again, you could charge by the USB-C. And on this side here, it has a headphone jack, so you can monitor the recording through a pair of headphones. And then this is a this is a out. So this is where you would plug this cable here into the out, and then you plug it into your DSL style camera, which uses audio jack rather than USB-C to grab audio. So that's what that's for. That's the out, and then the same exact kind of jack there's for your headphones. Happen to kind of be like a an in, I guess. So so that's what this cable's for. It's a little, I don't know if it's a little bit too short. This all depends on your setup here. So let's turn this on button here. I don't know why that went off. There you go. It's powering up now. I probably tapped the button, knocked it off. So see, it's actually picking up. See, it's actually picking up the audio from this. Testing. See, I make a peak there. So it's kind of even working now that even it's not hooked up to anything. That's how the beauty of this system. So you just walk around, hello. You don't even need do anything. strap it on or whatever. But yeah, it's recording right now. There's a whole lot to this transmitter receiver, and I'm not going to go into this video, but that you can do with that screen there, because this video could become way too long. So okay, here's your second microphone here, and this is off for some reason. I never quite understand why these go on and off. I haven't read all the instructions to watch a whole bunch of videos on how this works. But okay, now if you want to use it with your iPhone instead of a Android or a GoPro or something like that, action camera, they do give you a lightning device here, adapter to put on and put it right into your phone. And these just push on and off there, and they push on real good too. So to get it off, you would push it like kind of back. Again, these are on really good here, so I hate to waste all the time showing you. And I always have to, I have to use a lot of force. I block it anyway so you can't see it. Okay, there, that's off, and then you put it on like this, and believe me, they go on a lot easier than they go off. So that's good. I guess you're not going to lose them. So now you can plug it right into the side of your iPhone, and you're good to go. And here is a adapter to put onto a DSLR style camera, and pull this out here so you can see there. And I'm not going to demonstrate that because this thing is really tough to get on and off, and it's tough for me to get off. Maybe easy for you to get on and off, but so I'm not going to demo putting this on. But you just put on just like I put these these other things on. Just stick it right back there. But man, it's a pain to get on and off. At least for me. Maybe it loosens up over time, but I'm not going to demo that here. But you get the idea. It goes on just like that one did there. So yeah, and again, maybe I'll make a further video where I show you all the adjustments you can make. This is a touch screen here, right? So see how it went down to mono and then back up to the recording. So there's a whole bunch of functionality on this thing here, and I will show you in another video here. Now all of a sudden I can't get there. You go, get to work here. So again, I will show you all the functionality of this, but in another video, if you want to see it, put down in the comments below if you want to see, some of the settings and stuff you can do on this. It's really, a neat system. So, okay, let's put, and these to see how it has the automatic charge things there. You see them gold. There's for the receiver, and if you can see them down there for the actual unit. So we'll put this back in here. Get confused how it goes in there. That's how it goes in, and then doesn't matter which side. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to show you on this bike. This is the the clip that you clip onto your your shirt or your belt or anything. But it also has a magnet here, a really strong magnet, and you can put that on the inside of your shirt and have the magnet on the outside, so it's not as obvious. When you're doing a YouTube video, it doesn't really matter if the mic's hanging off. But if you want to do something a little more professional looking, you can hide that mic. If you don't, and you can still use a lavalier mic too. So it gives you a couple options to make this a little bit more discreet than just sticking on your collar there. So okay, let's put this back in here again, and this thing goes up top here. I'll take it out to make it easier here. So see, it's the two little spots over there, one for the USB-C and one for the lightning. We want to go in the other, it doesn't matter. And then this unit fits that way, it goes in that way, and then this back in that way. And then you're all back in the case again. And this USB-C to USB-A, this is to charge the the power brick up, we'll call it, the case, to a standard USB-A type of deal here. And one thing I did not show you here, these are the little, they call them dead cats, wind cheaters, whatever you want to, whatever your favorite expression is here. And these are kind of like notched here, if you could see that. And this is your mic here, so you just would put this over top. It's got lined up just right. It's hard to get lined up because you can't see from all the wind stuff. Make sure I'm on camera here. So this isn't I started recording. This isn't that hard to do, but because I'm trying to show it on camera. There it goes. I don't know if you can hear that snap, but it makes a little snap, so you know when it's in there, it's not going to fall off. If you don't hear the snap, it's not in there, right? So yeah, and they give you two, one for each one, so that's really nice. Okay, so let's and here's one of the cons people talk about this. There's no place in the case to put the the dead cats, so you have to carry them. A lot of people don't want to take the bag with them; they just want to stick this in their camera bag. And again, there's no spot in here, and you can't leave them on when they're in the case. So that's a con for some people. So take that with for whatever it's worth. All right, so we're going to put that to the side for a second. So one of my other favorite pieces of gear, and DJI releases one of these every single year. Got a little bag for it here too. Thing has these handy little pouches, bags, whatever your word is here too. This is the DJI Osmo 6 gimbal, or OM6, whatever you want to call it here. And some of the other things come in the bag is a little magnetic phone clamp and your little tripod here, little mini tripods. That's all you get with this thing here. This strap didn't even come with it. I just grabbed this strap off. I think the OM4 or whatever, some older one. It comes with a little place to put a lanyard, but it did not come with one. I put that on myself. So full disclosure there. So okay, we're gonna put the little mini tripod on because it's easy to show you with the tripod on. Alrighty. All right, so we got the tripod on, and one of the upgrades from the previous model, the OM6, is you have this little screen here, which you can see, like what mode you're in, for instance, your pan file or pan tilt, different things. And the previous couple OMs, they had like a toggle switch on there instead of a wheel. And the toggle switch is okay, but if you were trying to zoom or pull focus with it, it worked fine, but it didn't look smooth. So you would never pull focus or pull zoom, while you were, as you were recording or intended to anybody ever see that. But with this little wheel, you can do kind of a smoother pull focus or a pull zoom, so you could actually show that in your file. You won't have to cut it out with the toggle switch. You can actually make a nice smooth zoom or focus pull with this wheel here. So that's a big advantage over the previous model, because sometimes you like to put that kind of stuff in a video. You don't want to always edit them out every time. So, all right. So this is an improvement that the OM6 got. The previous, I think 2 generations ago in OM4. It comes with this magnetic clip here. And it even shows you, where to line your phone up, if you can see that. There you go. Little things there. And these new MagSafe phones, they have the spot to exactly where you want to put the thing. So line it up, get it right, lined up right with the MagSafe. You still may have to make a minor adjustment, but for the most part, it's right. And they made these little clips wider this year. So I had the OM4 previously. And these little clips, they didn't really work well if you had a case on. They work better, if you take your case off. But here, it's almost made for a case. So another one of the beauty of this OM6 over the previous couple models, it looks like the previous couple models. It looks like the OM4 has a telescoping thing of the OM6 here. I'll show you in a minute here after we do get going here. So this has a kind of a quick launch feature. So previously you would not want to turn your gimbal on without your phone on, because it would go kind of crazy and go shaky and whatever. But with the OM6, you want to turn it on like that, and then puts itself in position. Just line that up, and then you have these a dot on the back here. See it there? That dot on the top there. So you want to line that dot up with the dot on the top of the the gimbal here. And I'm going to move. I see that I've got my camera too low, so we're going to move it up here. You can see the little dot there, the line up. So we're going to line that right up here. And you hear that snap. So it snaps in place here. So let's see here. So it usually, I messed around with it, or usually it would have popped right up. But okay, this will fix it here. See the bottom button here with this ring? We want to click it twice. And there you go. And it would have did that previously if I wouldn't have messed with it. So also because I messed with it, it has a feature too where it pops a message up right there and says, "Do you want to open up the DJI Osmo app?" And then you're right into the app. But again, since I messed with it there and stopped it, it's not going to do that. So let's start over again. Okay, let's turn it off, and the turn off button is up here. Okay, and then let's turn it back on again. All right, so let's put it on now. Okay, and it's not doing it. Most of the time it'll pop a thing up. Do you want to open the Osmo mobile app up? But I think I've got it confused here. So what we have to do is we have to go in and find the Mimo. Sorry, the Mimo app. Sorry, every time I said Osmo, I meant Mimo. All right, so Bluetooth pairing request pair. You don't do this. Usually it does it all for you automatically. But again, I think because I messed around with it, or it's a new phone too. It's never been paired before. This is the iPhone 14 Pro. I haven't used the gimbal since I got that. So, okay, so 2 presses here, and I'll go into landscape mode for you. And of course, you can use the the gimbal. This the kind of 5-way switch here to move the gimbal around. So, anyways, with some of these features like quick launch and so on, I really am enjoying this 6 and the compact size of it. It's much smaller than some of the other gimbals I used, so it actually is pocketable. And here it shows you again the pan focus mode you're in. It shows you a couple things, your battery level and so on. And let's see here, if you can. It's too bright, you can't see it, but so you could just zoom. You can see that. You can zoom in, or you can pull focus with it if you want to. And the DJI Mimo app is full featured, so you can do almost about anything in it. It has, of course, a record button here. This is your mode button up here as well as the off button. This has a couple functionalities like one press makes it changes it to me. See how now it's going to do active track 5. So let's see here, and then I could turn that the camera back to the back facing camera. One thing will get you from back camera to front camera. Two clicks will get you vertical, or horizontal, and 3 clicks will get you in the photo mode. And I don't think there is a 4 clicks. No, there's no 4 clicks. So let's see. I didn't hit it. I only hit it twice. I didn't hit it 3 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're back in the video mode here. So, and of course it has that standard button on the back, so you can kind of hold this when you're in the modes. If you don't want it to the pitch or whatever, you can hold that down. This has different abilities and different modes here, to make your your gimbal, your file and stuff like that work. It's hard to explain, but all these gimbals have the standard button, and it's very handy to have. Here's your USB-C charging cable there, or port there, I should say. So you charge it with USB-C. So yeah. Here's something I'll tell you here. You see in the background, I have the Pocket 2 here. This is actually the creator's combo here, but this has a lot of functionality of the Pocket 2 at much less cost. I mean, this thing sells for like about 160, and these Pocket 2s sell for like 400. And of course, if you have a phone, most people have a smartphone with a good camera on it, so. You kind of already have this anyways, so you put this on, and with that Mimo app, you have most of the functionality that you can find on the actual app built into the Pocket 2, maybe even more functionality. It depends on how good your phone is. If you got a flagship phone like a iPhone 14 Pro, I mean, you have probably just as much functionality as this, maybe even more. Is the camera better on this? I mean, you got probably a bigger sensor in here, but this probably does more, kind of AI or whatever. It's got more smarts built into it. So, and of course, you can always upgrade your, your gimbal every year by not getting a new gimbal, just getting a new phone or whatever, because the camera is the most important thing unless they come out with some real good functionality that doesn't exist for gimbals. And is really, gimbals are kind of like a mature product. There's not a whole lot you can do with gimbals. They kind of are what they are outside of adding a few niceties, like I said, with the wheel. A lot of gimbals had the wheel anyways. I don't know why DJI had that that toggle switch on it or whatever. But of course, I hate to do this with my phone on, so I'm going to take my phone off. And I want to show you this anyways. Okay, so say you're all done shooting for the day. So I just want to make my point. This may be a good and cheaper alternative than buying a Pocket 2 just to get steady video. Because the whole point of these gimbals is to get steady video. And even though the iPhone 14 Pro has a steady cam feature built in where it'll smooth the video out for you, and it works really good, I dare say. And I haven't tried it in combination with the OM6 yet, but you still have that problem where you won't have you still have to kind of like level horizon worrying about it. I think it helps with the horizon at the built-in feature, but it's not as good as having it on a a gimbal like this, which is all constantly mechanically fixing the horizon. Probably a great combination would be, and I'll try that soon and make a video about it. A combination, use the 14 Pro with a built-in steady video with a gimbal, mechanical gimbal like this. Maybe both of those will work in conjunction to get you real super smooth video. We'll have to see. It's going to be an upcoming video. But let me pull this off and show you how to shut down this whole operation. So you just pull it right off. And again, your gimbal doesn't go crazy. It's off now. And all you have to do is take this, bend it down, and watch. It turns itself off. And the same thing. You just open it back up to turn on without ever hitting any any power on off button. So just a couple little nice things. I mean, these things aren't deal breakers. If you have an OM4 or OM5, is this a must upgrade? No, not really. But it's a couple real nice things like that wheel. That wheel is definitely the big mechanical feature, and then kind of the software stuff of just pulling it out. Having it boot right up, and this whole system here makes it real easy. You don't have the balance. It used to be these gimbals were always good, and other companies make good gimbals too, not just DJI. But in the old days, getting these things balanced in line, by the time you got them properly balanced, man, the shot was over. So it was all, you were always missing shots, missing a good light, trying to get stuff balanced. But these things, you practically, you can almost get it always right the first time if you use, the middle of the MagSafe or whatever, the line things up or whatever. So what more can I say? I think this in common, and I've tried this before. I won't show this in the video, but I've put the DJI mic on here in either landscape or portrait. Put in here, it balances out perfectly with that microphone receiver on it. No problems at all. If you have a little problem, you just push this one way or the other to balance it out. But I usually put it on without any readjustment of balance, and then you have a great creators combo set up with the gimbal, for smoothness, the phone, with the great camera on it now to get the video, and then you have the the DJI mic system over here to get yourself almost professional level type. I should say professional, very good prosumer level audio and wind reduction, and all in a wireless setup that just works. You just open the case up, put it on. It's not a lot of setup or binding or anything like that involved. This whole setup, you'd be up and running for video and sound basically within seconds of arriving at your site out in the field. So I mean, this is just a great workflow for me. I really enjoy using this setup. Okay, so in conclusion, I think the DJI mic and the DJI Osmo 6 are a great kit for a creative content provider or creator, just for the fact that you up and running very quickly. And the pricing on this stuff, I guess it all depends. I've never used. A lot of people love the Rode wireless Go system. They've had a couple generations now. I've never used I've had Rode wired products, but never their wireless products. So this is, I think, a little bit higher than their stuff price, but a lot of people have made the switch over, with this case and everything. So this what I showed you, the case and everything, all the accessories, comes in at $329 from DJI. I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link down below. I get a small commission off of anything you purchase off these affiliate links. So please help the channel out if you can. Click that link. Even if you're gonna buy like a pack of socks rather than the mic, click that link, and I'll get the credit for them too. But and the let's see here. Let me get you the correct prices here. The DJI Osmo Mobile 6 goes for $159 also, and again I will leave a Amazon affiliate link down below, so both those things will be there, and I think you'll be very happy with this kit. I mean, this again, this the gimbal here is more affordable than instead of buying like a Pocket 2 or a GoPro or a DJI Action 3 or anything like that, because if you don't have a good phone, if you don't have a good camera phone, then it doesn't make sense. But if you have a real nice camera phone, those camera phones are just as good as for most people, the quality they produce as those other cameras I mentioned also. So of course this isn't a rugged device like a GoPro, but as far as just everyday shooting, it should be fine. So and the mic again, a wireless mic system is something that comes in real handy. I mean, if you had the Rode Wireless Go systems and you're happy with those, just stay with them. There's probably no reason to upgrade. But if you don't have a system like this and you're coming in, for the first time, and this may be the one to consider. So again, I haven't tested the Rode, so I can't say if it's better or worse, but you watch other videos, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of comparison out there. I know what I use. I know this is a great kit combined with the Osmo Mobile 6, or this is a good kit combined with anything, combined with the GoPro, Action 3, your Sony digital camera, anything. So your iPhone. So anyways, okay, I think that's about it. I don't want to get too talky on this video here. If you have any questions about these products, how they work together, whatever, you want to see more, on the how the microphone works, or you want to see a full review of the microphone or whatever, just let me know down below. And that's about it for today. Give me a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video, because it helps get the video pushed out to other YouTubers, not just my subs. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You want to see more kind of tech gear like this, drone gear and so on, camera gear, and ring the bell and bell notification so you know when I put a fresh video up. And there's other ways to support me down below too. I got a PayPal link to buy me a hot cup of coffee in a cold winter day here, and there's always the button on YouTube there, where you can send a little gift. So anyhow, we will see you in the next one, folks.